I am Jared.
And I'm Kate.
And this is Speaking of. Wahahaha.
Wow.
I just felt like I needed one. But I do want to throw in before we even start that everyone just missed our producer going Hollywood and being fabulous!
It's true.
That's great.
It was something. If only I had that nanny cam installed already.
I tell you
One
what,
day.
we really do need like a camera hooked up on the wall back there or something
It's
to record the behind the scenes goings on.
That way one day when there needs to be a documentary about how we got started, it won't just be this.
Yes,
Because wow.
Wow, yeah, no kidding.
There's so much you don't know.
All right, so we're
That
going
might be better.
we're going to start a new segment today called What Grinds My Gears?
Not in the way that you're thinking.
No, and I
I know
actually
there's
have
some
to
of you.
do a quick shout out because it was my friend Ryan Johnson who posted something on Facebook about this really grinds my gears, and so I'm like, you know what? A lot of things grind my gears,
His gears are...
and Facebook just isn't big enough
That's true.
for me to say everything that grinds my gears.
It's true.
So here is what grinds my gears. So on the way to the studio today to record, there's a crossing guard, and don't get me wrong, people of the internet, I'm all for crossing guards and all for keeping the little children safe.
I'm just saying, he's got a history, okay?
Oh yeah, I do!
Yeah. What'd I tell ya?
I forgot. Oh, anyway. So I'm trying to turn left. The crossing guard, is crossing. Yes. Crossing the children, and she's got her little stop sign up or whatever, and I'm waiting to turn. And of course there are like 1,000 opportunities that I could have turned left because she is waiting for kids like 3 blocks down the road going like this. And I'm watching the little sign on the crosswalk that says 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds.
Well, here's the thing. Kids are pretty fast.
These ones were not at all. In fact, watching the countdown, I was thinking there should be a game show, a reality show. How bad do you want to cross the street, kid?
He's back to that old game of 10 points per kid, 15 if the shoes keep moving.
That's right, you know.
back
Bonus
in the
point if
day.
a shoe goes flying off. Just saying.
Wow. You know what this makes me think of? We should be careful now that apparently the CIA has a Twitter account.
Oh no.
They might be looking for things like this and they're going to find out that you're a danger.
Actually, did you see this thing? I just recently saw this, that the CIA, the government, is doing facial profiling now. So you and I, just by doing this show,
Speaking of facial profiling,
we're in trouble.
the CIA, well, may or may not be involved in this. It's hard to tell so far. Okay, so I take a picture of my mother and her cousin, and I'm posting it onto Facebook. Both of them are automatically tagged.
No.
Now, granted, my mother is kind of like Dick Clark and looks exactly the same as she did 20 years ago.
It is true. Mother Jackman, she doesn't age at all. She looks exactly the same as when she taught me English in the 7th grade.
I'm telling you, we can't go anywhere without people recognizing her, having been in her class, a billion years ago. And she looks the same. I hope that is the same for me. Well, I know I look the same as I did 20 years ago.
Oh, she does. And I do too.
And I
Bald
dare
and
you
all.
to say differently.
Actually, we should take a sample of your mother's blood and synthesize it. And
So I
is she a
want
vampire?
I'm not at liberty to say. However, I will say that I have always wanted to do a contest within my family to get, because she was a teacher, she has school
Right.
pictures from every year. I want to get a whole bunch of them. Some of them are even in the same outfit, and you have to put them in
Shut
chronological order. And the best part will be, I shouldn't say this in front of producer, the best part of it will be that nobody will ever figure it out because I don't even know what years they come from. We just find them. So who knows what
Wow.
chronological is, but seriously,
Who
the
knows?
Dick Clark of... Speaking of Dick Clark,
I just like how we started out with the Grind My Gears segment.
I know.
And we're to Dick Clark now. You don't get this anywhere else, YouTube.
I really would come back to the grind my gears because let me tell you what, I hardly have any gears left for all the grinding that's been done. However, speaking of Dick Clark, did you hear that Casey Kasem is in the hospital and it's not looking very good? It
I'm-
could go either way.
Embarrassed to say that I didn't know Casey Kasem was still alive.
I know. I was on the fence about it myself. I was a little surprised. I'm not going to lie. Apparently, his son sounds just like him because I heard him on something
Really?
recently. However, I also read that there's some sort of feud going on that his wife of 34-something years or whatever has been preventing the children from seeing him. And I'm thinking you're adults now.
I remember
so
something vaguely about
the
this.
problem is what exactly, although that has nothing to do with his thing, but obviously saying that he's in the hospital in critical condition but alert isn't enough, so then they have to go into the history of how his children are angry and whatever. All I'm saying is, poor Casey Kasem.
All I have to go from there, because you're telling me this story, and all I can think of is, you know who's going to step in and try to get in on that monopoly?
Ryan Seacrest.
My arch enemy, Ryan Seacrest. That's right.
Ryan, just don't do it.
Just don't do it. You do enough. Some of us need a job.
Oh, you want to do it?
I will do it. I will take in for Casey Kasem.
You know what
I can
grinds
do
my
radio
gears?
voice.
Here's what grinds my gears.
All right, go for it.
Jared thinking he can take over everybody's jobs.
I can do radio voice. I watched
let's
enough
hear it.
Morgan Freeman. I can do Sweet
Morgan
Molasses.
Freeman. Have you seen the YouTube video that has him on helium? And I didn't watch
that
it,
video was
but I want to know,
hilarious.
is it still like molasses or is it more like, I
No,
don't know.
you sent me that. You didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, you need to watch it. It's funny.
Awkward.
Look at Google it or whatever you people
Google,
out there.
Gaggle, whatever it is that you have to
No,
do.
it's pretty funny because I thought he was pretty brave for doing it. Because I thought, what if it ruined his Sweet Molasses voice?
Okay, since when has anyone's voice been permanently ruined by helium?
Apparently, if you suck it in enough, you're toast.
Right, I'm just saying one time.
I don't know. We don't know how many times Morgan Freeman has
It
huffed
only-
helium.
It's okay if you only do it one time. That's not true.
It's the gateway drug.
Speaking of gateway drugs. Okay, I shouldn't have said that for two reasons. One, it looks bad, and two, I can't remember the story for which that applies. I really do have a story for that. I just can't remember what it is.
You've done too many gateway drugs, apparently. I don't know. That's kind of crazy.
I blame Beverly.
Why, Beverly?
Well,
She gives you the gateway drugs?
Beverly is a gateway drug, okay? The other day, we're walking and she's talking about how warm she is, and I tell her, well, I'll get you one of my fans. And she's like, no, I don't want one of your fans. I'm not Japanese. To which I say,
That is our target audience.
we are big in Japan. So then I say to her, I'm Japanese, and she says, well, more Japanese. So then later when
We love the Japanese.
Later when I call her out for calling me Japanese, I said more Japanese. How am I more Japanese than her? I don't know. But we are big in Japan.
We are big in Japan, so we need to... Japan is the whole reason why we have a season 2.
Yes.
I didn't want to say it.
Totoro is our neighbor. If anyone asks.
So, before we wrap up this segment, or this episode, we want to tell you guys about a new thing we will be doing.
Yes. We are going to do what no one else has done. Well, hopefully no one else has done.
Which
We're
means
going
somebody
to...
else has probably
Yeah.
done it, let's face it.
For as many times as we've been in the movie theater, because that's our thing, we are going to review for you the trailers.
Yes.
We're not talking parks here. We're talking movie trailers.
Yes.
We're going to tell you which ones are good and which ones are not, and whether you should see the movie based on the trailer. Because
That's
let me tell you
right.
what, we know.
Oh, we do. We've seen so many that sometimes you see the trailer and we go to the movie and we're like, all we needed to do was see the
Or
trailer.
you see the trailer and your favorite part of the trailer is not even in the movie.
This
happened to me in Tangled, and I am.
It did.
You want to know what grinds my gears? I'll tell you what grinds my gears when the favorite part, the best part of the movie is in the trailer, but not in the movie. For instance, Tangled. The guy falls off
I'm
out of the
surprised you
tree.
remember. I mean, go ahead.
The horse is laughing hysterically at him. Hilarious. Is it in the movie? No.
Not at all.
Furthermore, in the Muppets Most Wanted,
Yes, that's
in the
right.
trailer,
I was trying to think of which
it
one
was,
it was.
what's his name?
Constantine?
No.
Tyrell.
Walter is
Walter.
asking everybody, don't you think that Kermit's been acting a little bit different lately? And Piggy says, why no, he has never been more loving or
Attentive.
devoted.
Yes,
And
yes,
he says, that's
yes.
kind of my point. Also not in the movie.
That's right.
Also not in the movie, a fight between Piggy and Tina Fey.
You're right.
It needed it.
You're right.
They had
It did.
built it up just enough that there could have been a perfect fight scene in there, but no, they leave it out, whatever.
All right, so Ryan Johnson, this wacky episode is all your fault because you had to say grind my gears.
Grind my gears. But what won't grind your gears is our movie trailer reviews.
That's right. So
Coming
tune
to a
in.
YouTube near you.
YouTube near you. Anyway, I'm Jared.
I'm Kate.
See you next time.
Bye.